My name is Steven Carmer. My piece is entitled High Country Moon Rising. It's kind of a mixed media piece. It's made of iron, metal, plastics, and has a concrete base. The inspiration for my piece has always been nature. I'm from a rural town in Nebraska, so always had time to be out in the countryside and animals, plants. Fields, just kind of entertaining myself. And so I think in doing that, a lot of nature has been instilled in kind of who I am as an adult. So I'm heavily influenced by nature. And this one is a little further from what I really do. It's kind of has the moon and the sun's relationship, and so it's a mountainscape. As they transition from night to day. But mainly I think my inspiration really stems from nature and my interpretation of it and how it affects me. I do remember, again, being from rural Nebraska, I was driving from my hometown to college in Lincoln, and just remember seeing a moon that was the most amazing moon I'd ever seen, and it just it was like it's typically like a 25-minute, half-hour drive from my town to Lincoln to the college. It was just something exceptional about that moon that night, and it really kind of hit me really hard. And so, I'm spiritual, but and I think there's a place with sort of outside the box of spirituality. I think that there's other areas where you can explore. And I think that night I was kind of really touched by the moon and kind of really affected me really strongly. When I first got into art, I was an art major in college. My emphasis was drawing and painting. They really didn't have a sculpture department or program within the college. Then I had some odd jobs after college. Then I found a job out in Salt Lake City as a sculptor. So basically learned how to sculpt, being paid as a job. It was a phenomenal job. Had a great experience, and that's where I really found my true passion for sculpture. And so then it was mainly representational. And so that's, as I broke away from that, that's where I concentrated on my pieces, was more representational, and then it slowly kind of morphed into abstract. So again, nature being a major role in where my art is going at this point in time. Well, I think art within the community is a huge thing. I think it's like so many other trades, they're kind of falling off. They're being replaced with technology, and I think it's really important to keep the arts very visual within the community. So I think the funding, the budgets coming from different municipalities or organizations is huge to enable artists to get their work out there, to get it out and be seen and appreciated, and hopefully inspire people to view art in a different way, or maybe to inspire a young person to go that route of being an artist.